Alright, it is April 7th, 2012. I am turning the stream on. I was running some virus scanners, defragmenting the computer, and also kind of fucking around with the video settings on the account. I noticed that in games every once in a while I'm getting kind of I don't know. I couldn't say if I've been getting these kind of FPS issues for forever, but I mentioned it the other day when I would restart my computer before I would play. Oops, that's not what I want. I want to watch live games. Like I'll check out this game and for instance I might get some kind of like choppiness. I'm gonna leave the net graph on. I really don't want to have to fuck with the video settings too much. I noticed the two things that hurt FPS the most are like ambient occlusion and shadows, but those are also the things that make the game look the best. Like if you look now, I mean 50 FPS is fine. Anything below 60 though, or I shouldn't say 50 is fine, but anything like below 40 it's really noticeable.
Here I am.
I hate having two supporty heroes or any kind of supporty heroes if I'm playing a 4v5 and I'm the 5, because if you have like an underfarmed Vengeful and an underfarmed Venomancer, it feels like you're way more behind than you need to be.
Dire's structures are fortified.
But oh, okay, for sure. Like right now, I feel like I'm probably lagging.
Not so fast. Stop. I want right.
Like yeah, like 20 FPS is pretty choppy. And the two things that would affect it, wow, that's a pretty big crit, that would affect it the most greatly are these settings here. Like video settings, advanced, and obviously texture quality is a pretty big thing, as is render, but if you turn off ambient occlusion and shadows, like there's a huge, well not, well there's like a very noticeable increase in FPS, but the game kind of looks like shit when I do this. Like there are no shadows and there's no shading, so it looks different. And it seems kind of
middle barracks has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
I got a Han ad on my stream? That's insane. But let's get their advertising. But like, I don't know, I mean it feels like it was kind of pointless to stream in 1080p, but then have your Dota 2 settings really iffy like this. Ooh, I feel like I'm lagging a bit. Like this is like a standard team fight, and I'm getting 30 FPS with like kind of shitty settings. And that feels like it, and I don't know why it's like that. It used to not really be like that too. I might just have to wipe my hard drive and see if that'll solve any issues. Oh shit, Golden Crow. Looks like my Mask of Madness. Yeah, I don't know. So like we'll turn it back to normal settings that I've been using for a long time. But yeah, like this is how my game has kind of always looked. It just, I don't know, like I'm just noticing like FPS issues lately, and it's bothering the shit out of me. Like right now it feels like it's choppy, and it is because it's at 30 FPS, and that's when you can kind of notice choppiness. Is it around 30 FPS? And I wish that, I don't know, that's kind of weird. I was just using that game as an example. And if I pull over like the task manager, it doesn't really look like, ooh, oh awesome. Good, then I could just punish you for being Australian. But, like, I mean, the CPU usage obviously spikes during the team fights, but, like, I don't know, like, it's weird. Yeah, first game of the night. Yeah, you definitely start to notice it below 60, that's the best way to put it. But, this is really bothersome, because there aren't a whole lot of things. Like, okay, Big surprise, XSplit uses a ton of memory, but that's to be expected. And then, these are normal Systems 32 processes. Steam, kind of up there. Dota 2, obviously pretty high. But there aren't a whole lot of processes that I have running that aren't essential, or processes that are using up a lot of shit. Dunno. What browser they can fuck with XSplit? Yeah, I don't actually have any like Flash things running. Like all of the windows that I have up are Dota 2, Task Manager, Twitch TV chat, streaming. I'm gonna turn off Task Manager. Just close out of that. It's all I like the Task Manager doesn't make a big difference. Like let's be realistic, but bothersome to say the least. Very, very bothersome to see myself dropping FPS. Maybe it's something with XSplit, or maybe it's my stream settings. Like I don't think that I've fucked with my streaming settings though to any capacity lately. Don't know. Ah. God, it's gonna bother the shit out of me though until it gets solved. What's up, Barney's up, nigga? What time zone do I live in? US West? I wish I could like look at my XSplit settings again while the stream is still on, but the FPS that XSplit records on, I don't even know if it's 45 or 50 is the problem, my friend. Woo. Hello, Yurka. Sorry for being a dick to those Faceless Void games. I genuinely enjoyed them, except that last one. That was not enjoyable. It makes it 5 a.m., my friend. I've been up for a pretty long time. I'm not really that tired though, and the internet is being pretty reasonable. But I'm really really bothered by these recent FPS issues. What I think I'm gonna do is I'll probably just completely wipe my hard drive. Or no, that's a pretty fucking awful idea because then what if something happens? What I'll do is I'll fuck it, I'll just put a new hard drive in. Hard drives are pretty expensive now though, but I think I just have like a terabyte hard drive somewhere and I can just wipe that. When's the last time you restarted? Like right before I streamed is the problem. I've restarted literally like right before I streamed. That's it's a kind of a big barrier though to streaming. I mean, this isn't like one of the typical barriers to streaming you'd think of, but like in terms of like my desire to stream, having to restart the computer every time is kind of a fucking pain in the ass, especially for someone who's not like streaming too frequently now anyways. I mean, fuck. Also, I mean, if I bump into someone on the ladder who's like a competitive player, I couldn't just instantly turn the stream on. For sure, we get a spot here, Kai. Absolutely. Love me my Aussies. But no, this is like, it's kind of annoying, but yeah, I'll just reformat another hard drive and we'll see if that solves the issue. Because I have a ton of shit on this computer. I'm really, really, really hesitant to like click this on stream. Let's be quick. Bam. Because the last time I brought up anything on stream, it didn't end too fucking well. But yeah, like I have two hard drives. And this is a very, very small hard drive, but the amount of shit that I have on the hard drive shouldn't really affect anything. I mean, it should just be the processes. But then if I look at my processes that are running, there's not, again, there just isn't too much shit. Oh man, I hope my internet isn't being bad. But there's just not too much shit that's running that I feel like would be sapping my computer's memory or anything. I mean, obviously there's quite a few programs here, but most of those are... Okay, that is not useful at all. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, and the one thing I question too is maybe it's always been this way, and I just haven't noticed it. Like, have you guys been noticing, like, a lot of choppiness, like, recently as opposed to in the past? Because that's totally... For a moment, talking about USB with that big stream money. Oh, I don't even think I could afford that with the money I make from streaming. But... Yeah, we'll see though. Like right now, there's no reason I should have 60 FPS. I mean, when the stream isn't running though, I have like 120 solid.
All pick.
But we'll see. Have you done a disk cleanup lately or updated your drivers to the graphics card? Updating the drivers to the graphics card is actually one of the most valid things I've heard. I haven't actually updated my drivers in quite a while. Cool, I have to lane against an invoker, which is always fun. But yeah, I watched the replay the other day when I was in Skype, and I actually didn't enjoy it too much. Like, I'd like to think...
Remaining.
You can do an easy test. Capping to
5 seconds remaining.
See if SPS drop is still there. I've actually tried that. I mean, I have a different channel where I just kind of was messing around with the stream settings earlier. It is related to streaming. I mean...
Prepare for battle.
Insofar as the fact that, like, when the stream is... Oh god, that was horrible English. But in that, like, when the stream is...
We are in accord.
Noted. What is the command that I use to put in this thing? Is... So what is it? CL... Huh, okay.
So.
Yeah, that is way less intrusive. Thank you. Bam, modded.
30 seconds
I
to
venture
battle.
forth.
The Feed Bounty Hunter game sucked.
Very well.
Fuck, that is a lot of
I
commands.
go at will.
Yeah, like right now, I mean, this is kind of jumpy though, I feel like. But that's more accurate though, because I feel like it averages it almost with the normal net graph, whereas this one gives me a pretty, seems like a more accurate read of
I
FPS.
proceed.
The battle begins.
Where it like shoots up to like 100 and then down to like
Exactly so.
0. Of course, I don't actually get any useful information out of this right now.
And exploits.
Okay, so creep
await.
blocking is incredibly important. You actually don't
I
ever
move.
want to check the runes at level 1 unless you're a fucking retard who goes first item bottle. It's because if you
With
don't creep block and
alacrity.
the enemy does, you're fucked. Now, notable thing about soloing mid, I feel like I'm going to talk a lot more now after watching that
Commendable
Skype game, or the Skype stream the other day. That's kind of bothered. But yeah, look at that. Like, this feels really, really
They
choppy.
shall regret
But-
this.
Like, notable thing, oh god, thank god he got first point exort. I get a win mid. But yeah, I prefer soloing
Indeed.
mid as the Radiant, just because it's easier to check runes as Dire,
I proceed.
but like, at the same time, like, god, I'm so happy this guy can't cold snap me because he put first point exort. Even if you're doing these exort builds, getting your first point exort is useless, and I will just restart the computer after this. This is really fucking annoying. Holy shit.
Elevation.
But it's because the ramp on the Radiant side is so much nicer. Like, if you get a good creep block, you can hit it from like there. Like, you can hit creeps from there, and it's really, really nice to be able to do that.
We are in
Yeah, that guy's
accord.
probably has way higher base damage than me, but this is, again, like, the FPS is, like, spiking, and
I
it's, like,
have
going
much
down to,
to
like, as low as,
impart.
like, 30 and 20. it's nice to leave the pool with a little bit of gold so you can get an early bottle. As long as you get your bottle
Very
before
well.
2 minutes, you're fine. And see, yeah, like the FPS is really jumping around.
I go at will.
I agree. I don't actually like doing the Skype. Like, I enjoy playing a lot more when I'm in Skype, but I think that it makes the stream less
My
enjoyable. And when I
move.
stream, I care a lot about the quality of the stream.
Exactly so.
Oh my god, this guy can't cold snap me. Good thing he
After
has an
them.
awful, awful, awful skill build on his Invoker. Or else I would be guaranteed to lose this lane. If you're doing an Exhort build, you'd still want to... Like, no matter what your Invoker build is, your first point should always be in Quaz.
A prize
I actually can't think of a single instance in which that isn't true.
with alacrity.
Not that I'm a huge... Well, actually, I gotta admit, I like some of the Exhort builds, but, like, even at that, it's important that you still do it in a way that allows you to win your lane. Because this guy has no lane control right now. I mean, he just has, like, kind of strong right clicks. He doesn't have the
Commendable
sustain
motion.
that he gets out of Quaz to heal himself up when I harass him. And he also doesn't get,
Destroy.
like, God, I'm missing so many of those for no good reason. And he's also, like, I don't know, like, he can't hurt me with Cold Snap, and that, I cannot overstate how big a deal that is.
Very well.
First blood.
This is
Fucking
where
lag.
we come.
Missing.
A metamorphosis. Commendable notion.
Okay, so Invoker's gonna grab the regen, which is annoying, but, like, Invoker's bottom. And dude, what are you doing running back in? Do you think that was a good decision in hindsight?
Absolutely.
Like, I caught that. That didn't seem like a necessary death, considering that you were actually safe.
With
So that guy just
alacrity.
ran back in.
What? What are you talking about?
You were safe, and then you ran back in.
Just so.
Holy fuck, that was pretty bad.
I wasn't safe.
I proceed.
So,
How was I safe? I was slowed.
9 damage. Yeah, I mean, I have to think that that's what most of these Invoker players are thinking when they do that. When they put their first point in Exhort, they're like, I gotta start with Exhort, because it's an Exhort build. But
Exactly so.
no, you don't. I would have talked a little
I
bit
venture
more about
forth.
itemization, but since I have random gold, it kind of throws all of that out the window.
We
I get to
are
take
in
normal
accord.
items and leave the pool with extra money.
Strength out of season. Commendable notion.
We have a Lycan, and Lycan,
I
so
go
interestingly
at will.
enough, in Heroes of New Earth, Lycan was almost exactly like he is in Dota, but he was considered like a
proceed.
garbage pick.
My
Fuck.
move.
Fucking Catapult, hit for the higher end of its damage. But,
Fair game.
like, I don't really like him that much in Dota 2, and I know I'm gonna get shit for that. Invoker
Don't
missing.
run.
Careful top. Never mind. Like, I know I'm gonna get shit for saying that,
They
but, like,
deserve
really, I don't
no
like the hero
less.
too much. Cool. Well, Enchantress denied the rune. So since I see that,
I venture
since I see that Ursa Warrior, I can just assume that Quap denied the rune. Because,
Attack!
not Quap, but Enchantress denied the rune. Because if you're gonna send a creep up, you'd attack the rune if you saw it.
Indeed. Fine, yes. A welcome transformation.
I should have actually looked to see if he did deny the rune. Yeah, of course he did.
Just so.
Maybe I'll just restart Dota.
Absolutely.
Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, care top. Thank you for the MIA.
I...
You didn't.
You
You guys didn't
okay?
call. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. You guys suck. Gotta let my team know I care. Puck is an awesome hero. This hasn't been a good game because no one called missing on the Enchantress. I mean, I could see the creep, but just based on seeing the creep, I shouldn't assume that the hero is there. Because Enchantresses, if they're decent, they'll send their creeps to, like, deny the runes and shit a lot. I mean, one of the ways that you do that, or that you deal with that, is that your team kind of just covers for it. But it sucks because, like, bottom lane is pretty awful. Like, pretty good manners from the enemies. So now I gotta watch myself die. I feel like that might have solved the problem to some degree. Can someone post the console command that I had in before? I'm not noticing as much skipping now. that tends to be a problem as well. But Enchantress is a really, really great hero. That kind of annoyed me, but I should have been a little bit more aware of it.
I return to the
Even
active
without,
world.
like, adequate vision.
I go
I mean,
at
Enchantress
will.
is kind of always unaccounted for, but
I venture
it's
forth.
so hard to hit anyone with that spell from Puck. It was so much better in Han, because,
Absolutely.
like, you really have to shoot it from the fog in this game. Huh, I'm actually
Exactly so.
pretty pleased with that. If I didn't die there, I probably would not have restarted my client. Well, no, I would have.
Very well.
But,
Your top
yeah,
tower
it's not
is
as bad
under
anymore, so
attack.
that's pretty cool.
Commendable
Oh, that's one problem
notion.
solved. God, that guy hits so fucking hard with his right clicks. Unfortunately, that's not enough to make first point exhort smart.
With alacrity.
Your top tower is under attack.
My move.
Do you guys want to do anything top?
The vessel proves useful.
I can TP, but then
I'm on my way, I'm on my way. Go, go, go. Oh man, this could get really bad for the Lycan.
Double harm shall I deal. Here I am. Gather round. Just so.
Anyone? Anyone?
Wounds to my heart. I raise my
Like I'm getting blocked by my Crystal Maiden.
Indeed.
So hard that I could have actually died there for no reason over the Crystal Maiden's blocking.
With alacrity. Indeed.
Yeah, but as a mid, you
Don't
actually
run.
don't want to have to leave that often, or that early. And I know people, like, in pubs like to
Just
think...
so.
We should get wards up again. I know people like to think that mid is, like, their personal gank bitch in pubs.
We
Why don't
are
I level
in
shift?
accord.
In this game, it's because there aren't a ton of abilities I'm going to phase shift out of. You can't auto-cast it anymore.
Very well.
One of the ones that comes to mind is, like, Necrolight's Heal and Huskar's Leap. But I honestly, I didn't
I
plan on
venture
leaving the lane
forth.
until I was, like, level 10. But yeah, like I was saying, a lot of people think that mid is, like, the personal gank bitch. But the reality is,
After
like...
them.
For the first 3 minutes of a game in mid, it's a lot harder to get farm than it is
I go
like
at
the
will.
next 3. Because the moment you get your bottle, like you can bottle crow a bit, or like
My turn.
it's so much easier to farm, really, because you start to have some levels on you and like
Your bottom tower has fallen.
God damn it, I had to go top to save top tower, and then bot tower falls, so that's not a good sign at
My
all.
move.
Because that means that both top is probably losing, and there's a really good chance that bot
Destroy.
isn't. I mean, bot is probably lost, and top probably isn't doing too hot either. I'll check their farm in a minute. I should be more
Very
active about
nice.
checking my allies' farm so that I can accurately
proceed.
take stock of where the game is at. And yeah, so Razor has
Absolutely.
Razor has absolutely nothing. He's all. What is going on?
Commendable notion. Where are you going? It is no fate.
Yeah, we should really get those wards down, guys. That's
Gotcha.
pretty awful. I mean, you've lost all of your lanes anyways, so all you can really do is try to help me to, I don't know, me and someone else to get farmed, because they've moved around a lot. Like, if Leshrac is going to come and kill me, well, that was pretty bad. I was checking my allies' shit to say they had no farm, and then I died. But if you look, it's like Razor has effectively farmed up 200 gold worth of items in an 8-minute game, and this guy doesn't even have his VODs 8 minutes. So the game, it's possible that it's
I
already
am
over.
done.
I'm a really big fan of that
Imponderable.
phase boots drum fad. Here, get the fuck out and play some wards.
Commendable notion.
But that was bad. I should not have been looking at that.
Attack.
But we really need vision. In games like this, if like people don't buy wards, if I know that I can't get a farm without them,
Yes,
then I'll
Lord.
actually buy them myself. But I really don't like to be put in a situation where I have to do that.
I go at will.
And it looks like Lycan is probably dead.
My move.
It's a very, very, very valid point. I could switch.
Exactly so.
It's much more difficult to use though than XSplit. XSplit is incredibly easy to use. Anyone who tells you
Just
otherwise is
so.
just full of shit. But yeah, like I was saying though, like in mid, it's really, really cool to be able to farm like from the 3-minute mark to like the 10-minute mark, because it becomes so much easier to farm.
Indeed.
God, that guy's a fucking urn, really?
Radiant
Track?
structures
It's not that
are
bad, but I
fortified.
don't like it.
Absolutely.
Barney, because mid never ganked. Hey Barney, could you do a
I
pudge
venture
or Enigma
forth.
game during the stream? Yeah, probably. I actually don't mind playing Enigma or Pudge that much.
I
I'm awful at
proceed.
Pudge though. I have to preface it with that.
They deserve no less.
Gotta be honest. That was a
Very
pretty
well.
solid Devourer in Han, but definitely not the same way on Pudge.
Commendable notion.
Those hooks, man. Those fucking hooks. And it's like you can't even like
My
really play
move.
that hero if you can't get
My
hooks, then there's no
prize.
point in even picking him. But it's still fun, and it's probably very entertaining to
Absolutely.
watch Pudge games. As long as you don't overdo it and play too much Pudge.
We are in accord.
Definitely don't got no Opa Dandy hooks. I should probably have a TP, but
Just so.
even if my presence could completely change the effect of that fight, it's unlikely I would
have much
TP
to
there, just
impart.
because I'm much more concerned with getting some money.
A welcome transformation.
And I really want to hit level
Fair
10
game.
so I can get...
Your top tower
want
is
a
under
ability.
attack.
Okay, I need a
With
TP now, because that I might be able to save that guy. Completely turn around the game.
Your top tower has fallen.
Indeed.
But my first Pudge interview went 8, 2, and 9.
Very well.
I think it's hard to convey how a game went just with Killida.
I go at will.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, XSplit does make everything pretty choppy.
Your middle tower is
I did
under
upgrade to
attack.
XSplit
They
Pro
shall
though, so I
regret
feel
this.
an obligation to use it. This Invoker is kind of underleveled. And if you note, too, that's because he's left to gank like twice.
Exactly so. I venture
That
forth.
really does demonstrate the point I was trying to get across. And that guy had vision on me. Careful.
Invisibility.
Okay, this isn't going to end well, and there's very little I can do to help
Exactly
him.
so.
Okay, maybe there's a lot I can do.
Greetings, stay near.
Nature's foulest.
Okay, gotta leave. That's enough of
Very
this.
well.
Your top tower
Not
is under
wise in
attack.
my presence. Indeed.
If I'm running away from the heal so I can get mana.
With alacrity.
I really need that point in phase shift though, like ASAP.
My move.
Throw out a blast on Huskar, dude. Throw out a blast. You should be able to hit it without getting killed.
Is under attack.
How fitting. Commendable
Your
notion.
middle tower has fallen.
Not yet. Just so.
Fuck. The mana cost on Puck's abilities is so fucking high.
We are
But I did
in
what I
accord.
could there. Unfortunately, I couldn't do anything. Huskar is waiting on top of something. And that's a really bad call that whoever is up there is making.
Absolutely. I go at will. Might wish to retract your last move.
Jesus, that guy moves
I
fast.
venture forth. Stay and amuse me.
Back up, just back, just back.
Will fall like rain.
I'm gonna try to not let that guy die.
It's not time yet.
I'm always happy when people buy back when it's unnecessary because it puts them kind of behind. But I'm sure that this game is probably over either way. I'm gonna heal up.
Absolutely.
I should have gotten the point in phase shift earlier, but in hindsight, it was a good... I mean, in hindsight, it worked what I did because there wasn't a single time where I would have phase
With
shifted an
alacrity.
ability. But, like, at the same time... Well, actually, no, that's stupid. They removed the mana cost of it, so that's not even close to being a true statement that I just made. But, like, it's not like I've been leaped by Huskar
Very
over this
well.
game, and that's the big thing. But I had no idea that they actually removed the mana cost. That was actually an
My
incredibly
move.
poor decision of me to not get a point into it. I don't play a ton of Puck,
I
but
venture forth.
man, if I knew that I would have been able to use that E so many
Commendable
times. I thought it
notion.
still had a mana cost. Yeah, it used to be
Indeed.
okay sometimes to wait on it, depending on what you were laning against. This was not a game where it was
Don't
even
run.
close to acceptable, so never do that. If I knew that they had removed the mana cost, I would always get that point in the E.
Exactly so.
You can avoid so much damage with it. Careful.
Just
Getting
so.
fucking ran down by a Minotaur here. I always call it Minotaur.
I
I'll
have
probably
much to
never call it the
impart.
correct name, Centaur.
Roshan has fallen to the radiant.
Ooh, cute.
We are in accord.
What's up, Drolja? My nigga. I feel like I've modded you like 50 times, Drolja, and that it always...
Very well.
that it never sticks. But yeah, this game is probably
With
over.
alacrity.
Does Invoker have a bottle or something? No, he has no items though. But it doesn't really matter because they're so heavy.
Commendable
He doesn't really
notion.
need to have a ton of shit for them to win. Okay, get ready. We're gonna catch
I
them over
go
here.
at
And they go.
will.
They have a ward, so they know that we're standing right here. So just go. Help them. Help them. Help them.
Exactly so.
Go! I beat the drum.
I am
I
not
beat my drum with power.
I venture forth. Stay near.
Okay, that was about the best combo I could have hoped for there.
Strange
I kind of caught 4 heroes with all of my abilities.
In
Fuck no! I leveled my phase shift again instead of my ult. I guess that's me trying to make up for lost time.
The enemy's top tower has fallen.
Okay, that's good. Just back off. So this game, that fight is pretty colossal. Do you have a Twitter? I actually did make a Twitter, but I just did that so no one would take the name. I don't follow like Twitter too much, so I don't know what people do on it. I don't know. That sounds really, really weird, or I don't know, out of touch or something to say.
I believe in you, though.
But it's pretty accurate.
Proceed.
I mean, what do people even do? Like, okay, guys, taking a dump. Like, I don't know.
My move. There I am. Commendable
Huskar.
notion.
Fuck you. Oh man, this is gonna get really weird.
I venture forth.
They won't kill me, but this is gonna waste so much time.
Exactly so. Behold! It's not
Yeah,
time
they won't
yet.
kill me because I'm a puck, unless I walk right into
Just
creeps
so.
right now. But again, that's so much time.
We are in accord. A prize. With
Okay, well now they have a chance to kill me. Because I did something very, very, very dumb there. Yeah. Oh my god, no! Fuck, that was pretty awful. There were so many things I could have done to have gotten out of that. Like, there was no reason to have died there. It's incredibly, incredibly easier. Or, like, oh god, that's horrible English. Like, my brain isn't working. But that was an incredibly easy situation to get out of. I mean, the moment that the TP happened, like, I couldn't run back because I didn't have vision over this area. And that's something that might not be totally apparent when you're viewing the game, because even myself, when I watch other streams, I take a pretty relaxed view. So I had to run this way. But as a puck, I'm so escapable that, like, that should not have happened. Like, there were so many things I could have done. Like, I could have like jaunted into the trees over here. There were so many ways I could have gotten away there. So there was no reason for me to have died. And it might be like, oh, well, no big deal, right? No, no, that's a pretty big deal that I died.
Fresh from death's chrysalis.
I also put my TP on cooldown with that, and I still have a level 1 ult and a level 2, so there's so many things that I've
has fallen.
Indeed.
kind of fucked up here.
Gather round.
Fucking bitch, die.
Summer night.
I didn't even use my shift there. I've done that like twice this game. Just shift. Only shifted them twice. It's pretty awful. I mean, the game is over just by merit of the Razor having nothing and the Lycanthrope not having nearly enough. But, like, I could have definitely played better. I mean, there were things I could have done that would have affected the game. God, I fucking love you, Abs.
Your top tower
I like
is
reading
under
shit like that,
attack.
Abs. Not because I have, like, a huge ego or something, but just because...
Dire's structures
I don't know, like, I'd like to think that since I don't make, like, any money off of this, because I don't beg for donations, and I don't accept them, or I don't charge people for, like, lessons or just anything of that sort, like, there's not a lot of money in this for me. So, like, reading that people actually care about the channel is pretty... Fuck no! Magic Wand! Holy shit! Yeah, like, that is cool to me, to read that people actually care about
I am
this.
not ready.
Your top barracks are under attack.
Okay, this isn't gonna work at all.
I go as shown. Very well. Greetings.
No, that didn't disjoint!
Your top barracks are under attack.
Don't you hit me, bitch! Don't fucking hit me! Okay. Maybe, Mr. Happy, there's a spot. I've missed you.
Not yet. It's not time yet. Just so.
You're consistently interacting with chat rather than play music. I actually don't like streams too much that play music. Also, as a streamer, I feel like if the music was really disagreeable, then there might be people who don't watch the channel just because they don't like the music, and to me that would suck. But yeah, I mean, not a lot of people too when they stream will like admit to small things like, oh, well, that was a huge mistake, or I haven't been jaunting nearly enough this game, and shit like that. But and it bothers me too because there are some streamers that I can't watch because they're horribly disingenuous, and I spend a lot of time watching other streams, And it bothers me to like no end if I watch a stream and like you see really like clear-cut mistakes, and then you hear someone like try to justify like what they did, or when someone makes like a bad decision but like it works out and they act like they realize it would work out, when in reality it's like one of those things where it's like, oh man, in hindsight that worked.
My
I
turn.
don't know. I feel like the one thing you can always have as a streamer is honesty, no matter
Stay and amuse me.
how shitty the stream becomes for other reasons or whatever. Like maybe you're not the best player in the world, maybe you're
Exactly so.
really shitty, maybe your video quality is really low, but like, I don't know, like people really undervalue just
Indeed.
being honest. Man, I'm so fucked here if this guy wants to lead me. No, he doesn't have the movement speed to
My
do so, so
move.
never mind. That's one of the nice things about phase boots drum, is that if you phase up, like your movement speed is already like
I
429, then you activate the drum. And it doesn't really cost a whole lot, it's just a different way to go from steam boots, or treads,
So
fuck.
this is
That's all I
gold's
know.
purpose. Just so. I
Your
venture
middle
forth.
tower is
Just
under
making more
attack.
after that. Yeah, I mean, I've gotten so many emails too from people who are like, hey man, I'd really like to
They
donate.
deserve
And I think
no less.
the streams that I don't like a whole lot are the ones where people, they don't just accept donations, but like they beg
Exactly
for them.
so.
Like, it's really fucking annoying. It's up there with being a bitch about commercialing.
enemy's
Okay, so important thing
bottom
too,
tower
I can't, like, you can use the Q for harassment to stop pushing and stuff, but now that I have a blink dagger, I kind of need it
well.
more to escape. Let's try to defend this. I think we can actually put up a defense here. So
With
now I have a blink dagger, I
alacrity.
can do some
Your
more
middle
Q
tower
shit.
is under attack. Your middle
Fuck, that was so bad by me.
Without
I didn't get my phase shift off and like before getting stunned. Like I still put out the damage that I needed to put out, but like I could have done that and I could have gotten away. In fact, I couldn't even simplify it that far. I could have put out more damage and gotten away. Puck is so survivable, especially when you get a blink dagger. And when your phase shift hits like level 3 or so, I mean, you become really good. But there, like, I feel like we could have defended the tower had I done that right. I mean, I'm being pretty critical of myself, when obviously there are criticisms you can make of like teammates as well. But like honestly, like things like that, they seem like such a small thing when you're watching, but they're not. They're not
Middle tower
a small
is under
thing at all.
attack.
Spear Breaker, I was wondering if the drum with phase would survive the threats. Maybe. I mean, Spear Breaker needs attack speed so much though. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it would be. I don't think I go so far to be like, oh, it's not viable. It's just I don't like it as much. I mean, it's a matter of
go
preference.
at will. Absolutely.
Jesus Christ, it's so hard.
Absolutely.
Your middle barracks are under attack.
With alacrity.
Your middle barracks has
When my
fallen.
coil comes up, I'm gonna see if I can give that bitch and then get out. No, I can't.
Just so.
Not even close to being able to do that.
Your
Yeah, I mean,
top
this game was
barracks
over
are
a
under
while
attack.
ago, but
My move.
Your top barracks has fallen. Your top barracks has fallen.
yeah. See there, I should have shot my illusionary orb before getting in.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Like, but either way, I really just wanted to guarantee the kill on Enchantress before the game ended. Just got an ult now. It's kind of risky. Titan is one of those heroes who I don't feel like Blink Dagger is as essential because you'll always get a good ult off because your Kraken Shell will break out disables anyways. So there are item builds that I like a lot more than counter brushing for the Blink Dagger. I mean, it's one way to play him though, and it'll guarantee that your ult is always good. But you always, I mean, the thing is, like, there are some heroes who it's like,
Your middle tower is under attack.
I
Your
pupate.
middle tower is under attack.
You were teaming
I
up
venture
or
forth.
revile.
Dota 2. Alright.
I go at will.
I have another account that I'm going to use to play with yours too, since Steam has like a friends list on it.
Very well. Exactly so. Puck out!
Your middle tower is under attack.
Commendable notion.
Can't help it, to be honest, you're not.
I proceed.
That was such a huge thing too. I could have, like, this hero is fucking amazing now that they took off the mana cost on phase shift.
Very
Like,
well.
that's gonna contribute, that's gotta contribute a lot to the amount of lane potential he has. I'd be tempted to pick him again, but since I'm streaming and it's really boring to watch the
Your
same hero
bottom
twice,
tower has fallen.
like I won't.
With alacrity.
We can probably give that bitch here if you guys want to go. And that's all about all I can do. I mean, it's enough though, and that's the way that you should be doing the combo. Is you blink in, and then the first thing you do is you ult or you silence. Either one can be done and be useful. And then you just kind of, oh shit.
So.
And then you just kind of get out with your illusionary orb, and then as soon as you shoot the illusionary orb, you try to get to hit some heroes, then you phase shift and get out. And that's how you can engage in fights that you normally wouldn't be able to get away with engaging in as this hero, but I haven't been doing the combo too spot on this game. But that's how you do the combo when you have a blink dagger.
Jump, we got this. We'll win.
I'm kind of lagging right now. The game is pretty much over anyways, but if you look, I'm getting a really... That's internet lag too, it's not FPS lag.
Shot.
Silence.
Yeah, I'm lagging pretty hard. I'm lagging pretty hard now. It won't matter though. The cooldown on my coil is so low too.
Indeed.
Like, I can't even see the fucking orb there.
Silence.
Do you force staff? You can. Can you guys even hear right now? I'm lagging pretty hard. Let's see.
We are in accord. Absolutely.
There we go. Kind of soft back.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Exactly so.
Roshan has fallen to the
Yeah, one of the reasons I haven't been streaming too much recently has been the choppy internet, but that's not the
forth.
biggest reason.
Behold.
I waited a bit on that. I figured since my teammate.
Indeed. Very well. Presumably a pity.
Presumably a pity. Scepter is also really good on puck. In the earlier levels of the game, it's almost always better to just try to break the coil, just because it's not worth sitting in it for like the full like 5 seconds. Nice. It's not worth sitting in the whole coil early on because the break duration for stunning isn't high enough. But when you get a scepter,
Just so.
it
Your ancient is under
becomes a bit
attack.
different.
Commendable notion.
Your ancient is under attack.
Puck out. Very near. Very well.
Radiant victory.
Big catch.
Yeah, the thing wasn't bad. I like watching the ice wall when they drop it over the pit. It actually is pretty interesting how they did the particles for that. But yeah, I mean, I definitely didn't do that great that game. I don't think anyone's farm on my team or theirs was that phenomenal. I mean, no one's creep score is good, to be honest. And, God, I wish mine would have been a little bit better, because it makes me think, though, like, if I would have played the hero correctly there, I think that would have been a highly winnable game. Like, I made a lot of mistakes that game. And, again, it's really easy to be like, oh, look what my team did, blah, 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 blah. But you have to look at what you do as well. I mean, you can't always expect to have, like, a flawless team, but you can do what you... Like, you can do everything that you can to try to win. And I definitely could have had a larger impact on that game. But still, that wasn't a very bad game. Since I restarted my client, my shit dropped. I'm going to get everyone who was in there previously back in. Let's see. One Devil Run. Shock. Geese. I don't like booting people from the party, though, Mr. Happy. You know that. And who else? There's someone that I'm pretty sure I invited. I think it was Shock. Huskar was farming your team, didn't need creeps. Alright, so then the order for bench is Yurkai. That's the bench tier list. Okay. But yeah, I have to say though, that game wasn't that bad. It wasn't too frustrating either because like games like that don't bother me too much because you can kind of see like if I know that the game is highly disadvantaged or it's unlikely that we're gonna win, like oh, oops, that's a dick move. That's right, he did say earlier. But like if I know that we're gonna lose early on or that there's a very very low chance of winning, I don't feel as invested into the game. Like that game, the moment that the Crystal Maiden like ran back into those two heroes and died, and I just looked at people's items really really briefly. I was like, well, maybe I have to try that though. I've seen some pretty good guides for setting up DX story. But yeah, that's a valid point. But yeah, like the moment that I realized that like that we probably wouldn't win, it's not like I stopped trying or I took the game any less seriously. But I have to say it sucks less to lose a game where you feel like you're going to lose from the start than it does to lose a game where it's like you're trying your damnedest to win the game, but you think that it's there's like no chance of winning. I guess that's a better way to put it. That sits into the fountain. Nah, not your fault, Volka. Do an in-house with viewers, that way everyone will get to play. That's a good point. I could probably do that. The problem though is like viewer in-houses, they can be so frustrating because it sounds like a whiny bitch thing to be like, oh well, everyone stream cheats, but there are tons and tons of people that stream cheat in viewer in-houses, which it doesn't bother me that much anyways because I know to just pick a role that it doesn't really matter whether or not like people know where I'm at, but like that isn't what bothers me the most. It's just that they tend to be so frustrating. That's why the sarcastic casts tend to be so humorous because people will make so many mistakes. Like I most enjoy playing games where like the people I'm with and against are like much better than I am, or just games where it's like the game is won. Here's a better way to put it: the game is won based on more good decisions as opposed to won because your team had less mistakes. I guess I don't know. See Mumiander and Sing Sing play together. How'd that go? I won against Barney because I'm that good. Were you in that game, my friend? I'll recognize your thing. Or is it a viewer in-house you're talking about? I like Sing Sing stream a lot. I don't really like Moomeanders too much, and one of the reasons for that is that his chat moderators are pretty fucking awful. That and the fact that like the guy is like pretty hardcore about like begging for donations. He commercials a lot, and then like he charges people to play games with him. Charges people for like lessons. Charges people to be moderator. Like he sells moderator status, which is pretty fucked up. And then his moderators are pretty awful because they moderate the stream with a really heavy hand, which doesn't really make sense either. Because if you're looking at it from like a stream management point of view, it's like if you're known for being kind of an asshole or having a really really abrasive community, then who left? Fuck. Yeah, but if you're known for having like a really really like abrasive stream personality or like for kind of being an asshole, then you'd think that I mean obviously your stream will attract a lot of assholes. This is apparent in Moomeander's stream. But like you think that you wouldn't ban everyone for being like an asshole. Like I remember like okay, so when I watch streams, these days I kind of use like Smurf accounts because it derails the conversation a lot. Like if I were to say something because these days there's like a guarantee someone would be like, "Oh, hey Barney," or like, "Hey, why aren't you streaming?" Which isn't that bad. I mean, that's cool, but like I don't know. I like to just not derail the entire stream. And that sounds really like self-important, I guess. But it's happened enough times and I can tell that it bothers some streamers too when that occurs. But like yeah, yeah, and it's bad when like you say one thing like, "Hey, dude, you didn't want," and then like, bam, fucking banned, like just instantly, like insta banned, and it's like, really, you're that upset that you died because you didn't use your magic wand before that nuke hit you? Purple people. Sorry, I wasn't reading the chat for a while there. I was going on my little rant. Um, Honestly, Puck is so much better. I mean, okay, I shouldn't say so much better, but with the scepter change, now that it doesn't take up too much mana, and the fact that phase shift doesn't, hmm, Yeah, I'll put that in a minute. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. But like, okay, so like now that his phase shift doesn't cost mana, that changes the hero a lot. And in my opinion, that makes him stronger. I mean, you can't auto cast it, which means that Puck doesn't stomp like Zeus or shit like that, like so hard in lane. But like, he's still, I think, I honestly like the hero more now because it means that laning against a lot of heroes you do a lot better. ED Demon stream is pretty good. I like his stream sometimes, but like he Demon is probably one of the worst people about like begging for money or like commercialing too much. Like that guy's stream is impossible to watch without ad block. Purge also coaches in Solaris seeing it because he sits there driving the guy through the game, but there's really no learning. Yeah, I don't know. I can understand too why someone would charge money for coaching because they might not do it if they didn't charge money. But Purge is also really disingenuous. But I should note that like I really like the content that Purge puts out, and I think he's one of the better casters. But there are also elements of his stream I don't like, and he's one of the worst about having like a really heavily moderated stream.
All pick.
But then again, I don't know. I hate streams that are moderated too heavily. I don't know. It sounds like a fucked way to say it, especially, and that's not like the right wordage to use either, considering that this stream like 80% of the viewers are like mods. But I clear the ban lists like every couple of days. Anyways, I like the idea of coaching. Why the fuck do you pay for it? There's so many guys on the internet. I don't know. I can see how coaching could be beneficial, I guess. I mean, it makes more sense for a game like StarCraft, but there is still a lot that you can learn in regards to decision making. But if you wanted to like learn a lot, I'd recommend watching some of those Dendy Talks things on his YouTube channel. If someone knows what I'm talking about, link it in chat. Those are really insightful. I sat through one of those that was 2 hours and I didn't learn a single thing. But like if I were new, everything would have been like new information.
5
I
seconds
come
remaining.
with evil to the dreams.
I'm going mid, faggots.
Hey, go.
Bane is actually a ridiculously strong laner. Holy fuck, a US West server. I'm not going to pick a mid hero next game. I won't random next game. I'm kind of tired of picking mid heroes because I don't think it's too enjoyable to watch every single game.
I go.
Here, I'm gonna go mid. Next game I'll pick a side lane hero. Yeah. I mean, a lot of streamers will go mid too, especially when they play with viewers, just because it's not, they don't want to have to deal with the viewers, which is, holy fuck, Bane moves so fast. Purge rages a bit, too much of his team isn't good, otherwise he's fine. I rage a lot more. I think that Purge is pretty good about raging, honestly. But sometimes it sucks because I would much prefer that someone was really open about like how they're feeling instead of being like passive aggressive about it. Like I saw this one game where he had this Furion that was like just being a useless piece of shit, and he went like Midas, Ags, a Refresher, and just didn't help in a single group fight. And he was being really passive aggressive about it. And it sounded more whiny. I would have much preferred to hear him just straight up say like, "Hey, look, you're kind of fucking the game up because you're like a negative player," or to hear him like rage or just tell the guy what was wrong. I don't know. I want to see Blitz versus Barney in-house. We've done that before. It's pretty entertaining. My team never wins. We've won one of those, and he didn't take too seriously. Yeah, Purge is really knowledgeable. His mechanics aren't that great, but he's very knowledgeable.
Try to
So
get
we have bans things won't end well. I don't hear Barney rage that much. We should do that at some point. I could easily set that up. I'm sure he'd agree to it because they were kind of fun. Doing the Blitz versus Barney viewer in-house things.
Nah, bro,
We really never win those though. The only one that we won, we picked kind of like a gimmicky team.
Yeah.
It's also funny because I'm so bad. Okay, look. See, the enemy didn't creep block there, and look at what a disadvantage he's at. Especially as like a melee hero. He's fighting upper ramp as a melee hero. So like I can harass the shit out of him. As a mid, that's probably one of the best picks I could do against a Kunkka. With random gold, he's at such a disadvantage because he didn't creep block. Like, you always want to creep block. It's so much better than, like, checking for the rune. There are different kinds of creep blocks you can do as well. Like, you can let the one range creep slide by, or just, like, a couple of different things you can do. Nice. But I vastly prefer to just do the standard creep block so that I can get that uphill advantage sometimes. Even if it only happens, like, a couple of times, it's always extremely satisfying. Oops, that was a pretty easy last hit that I missed. So the base damage on Bane is actually really high, so it's pretty pathetic to be missing, like if you miss a lot of last hits on Bane. I haven't fucked up more than maybe one. I'm too hard on myself for those early last hits, to be honest, because Like those last hits in the first 3 minutes, even really good players can fuck a lot of them up.
Indeed.
Did I just nuke a fucking creep, really? Well, that was a pretty shitty misclick. But yeah, I should be able to control this lane a lot.
Feel your prayers.
And it's nice too, because if I would have picked, like, there are a lot of heroes that I could have picked that would have probably gotten their shit slapped by Kunkka. Just because, fuck no, that was an awful miss right there on that last hit. I'm also not denying too well or focusing too much on it.
Most certainly.
But this is a lane that I'm going to win by a pretty large margin.
Finders keepers.
It's not a very hard lane. Like, I can just force him out of lane kind of like that, and he'll run out of regeneration too. It won't be long. We have a ward up, so I should be angling my camera to see where the runes spawn. And it's top. And I can grab that. I don't want to miss out on experience for it, especially when my bottle isn't anywhere near empty.
Face your fear.
I didn't think I get that. So Kunkka got it. It's not a huge deal though. Like, he's out of regeneration too.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm pretty comfortable in this lane. A lot of people will put a single point into his Enfeeble, and I would have probably put my first point in Enfeeble this game too. But the reason I decided not to was entirely because I'm up against a Kunkka. And Kunkka's, this game, the only last hits he's been getting in this lane are the ones that he picks up with that cleave. And my Enfeeble won't stop that, but against a ton of mid-heroes, 1 point in Enfeeble will mean that I get a last hit and deny everything. Really? So there we go. This guy shouldn't win this lane, and he won't. I mean, he's not doing too well in terms of farm.
Die, you.
He has a bottle now, I think. I could have killed him there if I were smart. I didn't have the mana for a combo, but I could have just followed him. I run faster than Kunkka. I'm pretty sure Bane runs faster than almost anything. Missing, but he's probably back to heal. Should have been right-click deny command in console. I usually play with that on. It might be on now. Yeah, it's
Evil
on.
dreams await.
I've just been trying to read chat, but that's no good excuse. So the Kunkka's no doubt back to heal. And that's good, because I've already forced the guy out of lane. And that's going to put him at a huge experience disadvantage. And Bane is... Fuck, no, you fucking bitch! Oh, God. Hey, at least it wasn't first blood. That guy should have gone back to heal. So that was a big mistake on Kunkka's part. He sat there in lane not doing anything for such a long time. He could have gone back to heal and been totally fine. But now he's completely fucked, too. Really? I didn't actually right-click it? Fuck, I should have clicked it and then shift-commanded back. Walk in front of him, cut him off, and W to finish. Yeah, the problem though is that combo takes up so much mana, but I should have done that there.
Regeneration.
Fuck.
Forward.
I thought I'd catch him there. Kunkka missing. Enigma is probably coming at me.
Yes.
I think that might have been a little late.
He's right here.
Okay, well he sent his Eidolons somewhere then. Kunkka's missing.
No.
So here, as soon as I hit level 6, Bane is one of those heroes who gains a lot of killing power at level 6. Kind of like a lion or something. This guy delivered a salve. I think that was a pretty smart call on his part. He really needed that salve.
Never.
Yeah, so now this guy's in a pretty vulnerable position. I haven't played Bane actually a single time in Dota 2. I just realized that. I hated the hero in Heroes of New Earth. I mean, Succubus was cool for a while, but he's so weird to like fit into a team, and like all he does is win mid by a really large margin. Like, I don't like the hero very much. I just now realized this is the absolute first time I think I've ever played this hero in Dota 2.
Let's see him get close, and then when he stuns, we'll just fucking nuke him. No.
This guy, did he torrent? No.
The tide of night.
But I feel like this guy shouldn't be getting very much farm.
Hear me.
And if he doesn't want to come to the creep line, I'll just deny a whole bunch, fuck him over a bit. He has to be at a pretty significant experience disadvantage. And the drain hits for like 500, so this guy is in a pretty weird spot. His lane, we should get wards up again. I'm pretty worried about his lanes ganking for him. Just because you'd think that they would. You'd think that they would have by now, too. Because he's at a highly wow, that rune is spawned top every single time. That's so unlikely. But this guy's in such a hugely disadvantaged mid. I'm gonna grab that haste. Let me get that. But this guy's
Remember
in,
that burst to kill
like, he's in a
anybody.
really weird spot, and you always have to be worried in games like this that someone is
Save
gonna.
this for later.
Okay, let's kill top. Let's kill top. I'm coming.
Here is swift.
No, I'm ready.
Should have went on Enigma. Good blocking.
Say goodnight to endless sleep depart.
So yeah, I mean yeah, but like I was saying earlier, you always have to be worried about getting ganked. If you're winning the mid by a huge margin, like a good support player will just walk up and kill you.
Very good. You dropped something. Hear me.
Okay, cool. Now that I have the phase boots, I'm probably gonna go for that phase boots trump shit again. I like doing it too when I'm not too sure about the game and how it's going to go. It's also nice because I bet the Kunkka will go for a Vanguard. And I can afford to put a lot of damage into him when he goes up for hits like that. He should not have even went for that hit, I don't think, because he lost so much life over it. As he approaches level 7, he'll start to get some lane control back with that cleave. But overall, he's just in a really, really shitty situation. But since he knows my ult is down, or at least he should know, he probably assumes so since I got a double kill.
If you go around like that,
He
you
has
can tell him
to
again.
he has to know that he's
Tide of night.
gonna have a chance here to come back into the lane.
He has his Eidolons there, but he might be there also.
Oh, cool. You should call that missing. Like, I'd like to know when that guy's coming to kill me.
Profit.
Spawn top again. My fucking luck. Just sit on it. Sit on it for a bit. Don't actually grab it, though. Thanks. What are the odds that it spawns top that often? The rune is, like, more likely to spawn where it didn't spawn last, so that's why I'm saying that's really
Very
unlikely.
good.
Okay, they have a rune on the top ward. I guarantee Prophet placed one. There's no way that both Prophet and that guy backed up. Oh, cool. Yeah, get that kill if you can. Just walk up and stun him, Sanking. It's nighttime, so they have highly reduced vision.
I'm not ready.
So my thing also will drain mana. I almost let that guy get away. I broke the ult early to try to take the kill from it. Nice.
Yeah, I can get the wash in the car. Along with my Mattis.
Yes.
Am I checking a message they sent you?
No.
Pretty cool if you know it. For sure. There are a couple messages that I need to check. Rune isn't more likely to spawn where it didn't spawn last.
Agreed.
Are you sure? Because I'm reasonably sure that I read that somewhere as this Dota 2 specific mechanic that wasn't in on.
Okay, just if you.
Look, I outbase damage this guy by so long, there's no excuse to be missing.
Way
I'm dead.
fucking freeze. It's like going down.
Forward.
Surprised that guy didn't ult me. The Kunkka? His ult had to have been up.
Evil dreams await.
800%? Okay.
It is time.
Yeah, so many runes have spawned on the top now.
The tide of night advances.
A lot of people really, really like to get mana boots on Bane. I don't like it too much because my abilities are such a high mana cost anyways.
Just push this, and then we'll just.
Indeed.
SK stun first.
It reminds me of people who would get Arcane Ring on Succubus and
Enigma
on.
missing.
Time.
It's like your abilities cost almost 200 mana each anyways. This guy torrented somewhere. No, he didn't. He cancelled.
Very
That's
well.
one nice thing about not being able to see mana bars is in Heroes of Newerth. The equivalent of Kunkka was really bad because you could see, or not really bad, but like I should say, I actually liked him a lot more, but I should say that it was really, really easy to tell when he would torrent and when he wasn't actually torrenting just because you'd see the drop in his mana and you would immediately know. Kunkka's missing. No, he's back. So there I just back off to avoid the cleave.
I'll own
You help down there?
see you.
One thing that might be worth doing is just backing off to get some to regenerate a bit and then TPing for a kill somewhere. I actually should have looked at the map to see how low purple was. I don't think he was that low, but we'll find out. Again, he appeared. I have an ult, I have an ult, go!
Your bottom tower has fallen.
Oh, this one ended well, huh? Okay, I just realized what I walked into there. Well, they actually don't have anything to catch me here, so I'm gonna be fine, I think. And I run really, really fast because I'm a Bane who took run speed items.
Sleep no more.
Arcanes isn't bad, honestly. Like, Rhino Soul Ring. I don't think that I'm going. Like, I don't want to have to buy one of those two items because I know that I won't be having mana issues later into the game. I'd rather just try to get like a Hex or like a Necro, which are both really, really good. I could go for a Soul Ring though, but again, I want to see if I can get away without doing it. Of course, the cost in mana of my abilities is super high, and if you noticed, I don't think I've been able to actually Nightmare someone this entire game. But
Pain falls upon you.
there still hasn't been a time where I'm like, man, if only I had those fucking Arcanes. Circle equivalent for Witch Hunter? Yeah, Lion.
I go.
He's not as good though because this quick. Dude, are you watching the map? You should go bottom probably to see if you can save that guy.
Yeah, me.
Okay, never mind. He's fine, but there was a time there where I think where like looking at it, I thought he was gonna die just looking at the mini map. Be careful for this Prophet. He's moving around a lot, and there's a Dark Seer there, and there's a Kunkka here, so just watch out. Don't say it to make him come back.
He can stun.
Darkness take you.
Betting him. No. With my ult back up, I should be making a kill happen somewhere. I'm spending too much time here.
Yeah.
Sleep no more.
The guy's no. What the
Very
fuck? He's
well.
alright. So he's going for Battle Fury, which I mean, it's a matter of preference. I don't like it very much. Well, I shouldn't say I don't like it. I've found myself doing it a few times on Kunkka, but this game I would have went for a Vanguard just because his lane is
I
it
go.
was lost pretty hard. This guy did drop a torrent there. I could see him put his fist up, unless he was trying to fist someone.
Forward.
Fuck. Should have slept someone there. I honestly thought that would go a bit differently than what it did. Careful for torrents. He did a torrent, dude. You need to throw a power shot. Probably. Yo, I wouldn't max your wind run ever. Your power shot is probably your best ability. It's not that your wind run is bad. It's just that the only noticeable effect you're going to see for maxing it is an extra like 2.25 seconds. Like your power shot is what'll give you the lane control. What do you think you need a mod? I'll get you way back from DC.
Your middle tower is
It's only
under
seconds.
attack.
I live again.
Oh yeah, I know, but even if you're in a hard lane though, I still feel as though you'd be better off with, what's it called? So since I don't have any kind of AoE, it's pretty hard for me to stop Broodmother pushes.
Certainly.
Your middle tower
I
is
mean, he
under
won't
attack.
get this here though. It's worth noting. He can hurt me pretty bad, but I have nothing that can stop his spiders.
That remains third.
But he won't kill me here. It's just that he can right-click me with those. I mean, he's gonna lose his whole brood here, and he's not microing him at all. So that's pretty awful from him. Because it seems like they're not worth a lot, but they really are.
Cool if somebody could
And against a
help there.
Broodmother too, the power shot is so important because that's what'll stop him from being able to take your tower. My TB's down for 20. I don't know why no one else is helping you.
It
You'd
is
think that the entire rest
They're
of the team...
literally stuck. They're stuck.
Yeah,
Well, now they're not stuck. But
evil
that was weird. That guy could have been saved for sure if someone helped. Yeah. Instant is always
See you in your dream.
super invited. I should have been there a little earlier.
I'm burning up.
Yeah, this guy has to be getting another by that now, and I'm gonna get stunned here by the torrent. No. A lot of people favor leveling stats over the Enfeeble because Enfeeble is pretty awful. It's actually worse than it was in Haunt, where it was based on a percentage. And in Haunt, people would level stats, but there are a couple of heroes in the enemy team who aren't going to hit me for anything anyways.
Yes.
I feel like there's going to be one instance this game where I can drop like a level 4 Enfeeble on like a Prophet or something and it will save me, but I'm waiting for it.
It is time.
In hindsight, it would have been better to go stats though.
There you go.
Seems a bunch of scrubs at this one dude. You got a Midas for both.
Say goodnight.
I have to unload Druid at some point on stream.
Haste.
I won't be able to kill this guy, but we'll see what happens here. Oh man, I ran right back into that. Oh, I will kill him, you know.
You see your fleet, princess.
I'll TP up top in a couple of seconds.
Anyone?
Me.
Anyone? I'm running way far ahead and this guy doesn't have a thing. I'm gonna leave. Just back. Unless you have an ult. Unless you have an ult, then you can be manly. Okay, you can go. You can go. You have an ult, bro. Oh, whatever. Just back. You're too late. You're too late. It just became really, really bad doing H. Just back off. You really need a BKB, though. 12 Battle Fury.
Very well. Faint. Sleep.
I have done a bunch of Lone Druid games. When he first came out, we did this stupid little, like, gimmick. And as a joke, I'd call it Bear Force 1, where you just go Ursa and Lone Druid.
I go.
Fuck, Rune Small Bot. Really wanted the rune there too for mana regen, but that's the lone Enigma, so I can probably pick him off. I'm gonna see if I can grab the Enigma here. Oh my god, that guy went Midas.
I'm baiting.
Okay, go, 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 go. This is part 2, right? This is phase 2 of the plan? God, the range of that ult is so high. Get raped.
All mine. Evil dreams await.
I'm in Dota 2. Kind of just an easy way to troll any stream is to just say something like that, like LoL is better than Dota 2, and people instantly get really butthurt.
Then I'm not.
Trust me on this one, guys.
Forward.
No,
The tide of night
that
advances.
game sucks.
Nerd's top. I don't like it. And why do they have 2 max?
Waxes.
I don't get it.
Twice the heals, bro.
Oh, fuck. Dude, Sanking, if you come top, it's a double kill, probably, not early.
How long you
but-
stream today? Probably a while.
scared.
I'd say until the internet gets bad, maybe. I have pretty shitty internet.
Very good.
It might make your stream more successful.
Fuck, his range is like
I don't know, man. I think that
1,000.
like
Holy
there's
shit.
so many things that you can do to get more viewers that I don't think make your stream better though. Like there's so many things you can do that'll just get you more viewers. And like a lot of those things, honestly, I think kind of detract from stream quality if anything. I think that that's a statement you can make that's true of a lot of things too. Where you can do a lot of things to make your shit more popular and it
Pain
doesn't make
falls
it better.
upon you.
Like for example, Call of Duty has a lot more players than Quake Live, but Quake Live I feel is a better game.
The tide of
We
night.
can probably fuck them up here. I have an ult in a minute if you want to actually hurt one.
Your top tower is under
I have
attack.
no mana, and I'd-
Just give me a second. Can you give an ult? No, you don't. Never mind. Never mind. That's too much shit.
I go.
The lol is better than Dota 2. Fuck. Holy shit, you're about to get the mad train all up on you, man.
Evil dreams await.
Rise of the Immortals? Does anyone actually play Rise of the Immortals? I don't think so.
I'll own your soul.
Not that that makes it a bad game. I've heard it's actually pretty decent. But it's just known as this game that exists, but no one's actually ever seen it played. But I heard the game was pretty decent.
Face your fear. Forward.
You can kill this too, Ned.
It's cool. I'm about to sing, brother. I understand.
He's trolling me with the low fives.
So one of them went Lothar, so I do. And there was a TP from Prophet. No, he canceled. Kill him, kill him, kill him. He's dead. They don't have an ability that can disable me. Okay, that's that big Q we've been waiting on all game.
Yes.
Just kill him. I didn't want to have to do that.
I could not bear to be away
Well, that actually stopped
Your
him from
bottom
hurting
tower
me.
has fallen.
I wish I could be like, wow, that Q, sure, game changer. But now I wish I would have went stats instead of
I
that.
haven't been paying attention to the rest of the game, but I'm afraid that that fucking orange guy is like the most fed person in the Fedsville of Fed.
Forward.
Is that true? Is he huge?
Don't know.
If I
He got both towers fought, so he's probably doing alright. It's funny that I've been able to do a lot though, and I pretty much have a completed BKB in the stash. By pretty much, I mean I literally have a completed
I have
BKB
a
sitting in
feeling
the
I'll look at
stash.
him and he'll be like level 25 with like double Doombringer. Like, I think that's gonna...
King Ba.
It's okay though, I mean I have a...
He has an Orchid
Vegas.
at 22 minutes.
What are you around time?
He's trolling me.
Onward.
But this game can be iffy because the Morphling, I mean he's not underfarmed,
Go.
but he went a Midas, so there's like going to be a huge portion of the game where he can't do much. Luckily that portion of the game is kind of coming to a close.
Most
But I'm
certain.
still not too comfortable with the position of the game because I feel like I'm probably going to be really over leveled, yeah, and then no one else is going to be really decent level. The enemies aren't doing too well though, so that's good. I mean my lanes didn't lose by as large a margin as I thought they might have. Fucking idiot.
Good night.
See it, dude? Freeze him, freeze him, freeze him. No freeze?
Let's take you. I'm under attack.
He uses freeze.
Hear me.
Get back tower.
Okay, they keep like trying to gank me too, and it's not shown itself to be too successful. I think it's a really bad way of dealing with someone who's pretty fed, is to be like, oh god, he's super fed, we need to gank him. Sure.
Radiant structures are
Yeah.
fortified.
Oh, use that big ult, use the big ult.
to the bottom with you.
No ult.
After this tower's gone, I'm gonna bait the fuck out of here.
Fuck, I really want to just disable this guy. Oh, let's play back. Oh my god, you broke it.
Enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
Why did you do that? Why did you do that? You just ruined that whole thing. Fuck. Oh man, if you didn't do that, Mr. Happy, that engagement would have been pretty good. Like I slept him, but if you didn't remove the sleep, your voice changer is really, really annoying.
Very well.
It's hard to understand what you're saying. Oh, sure, told him.
Sorry.
I should always be master.
Very good.
It's 14 viewers per hour. Using me huge tits, trading doing with 14 viewers. Whoa, whoa, post the stream, dude. Post the stream.
Forward.
I heard huge titties. That usually gets the viewers. Hey, let's go bot. Retarded as- Any kind of revelation or no? Dust? Dust him? Dust him out? I don't have inventory slots for dust. I didn't even have inventory slots for my BKB for a really long time. Like, he's still just like chilling around here. I mean, he probably went off the hill by now. So.
Okay, so stay here, please.
Yeah, just wait. I mean, he might still be here. I find it to be highly unlikely, but just wait.
This time.
Just dust him if you can, guys.
I'll bait.
It's possible he's still here. I think it's worth the dust.
Oh my god, my bait face was right!
Do it! Nope.
I'm baiting!
Can't even fight him at this point in the game. Go, go. Do we still have a dust up? Do we have a dust up? I saw two people buy it. And then the courier came up.
Yes, I have dust, but
Ah.
it's in cooldown.
Oh my god, my bait was too
I'm gonna see
strong.
if Rune is bottom and it's top, so that's unfortunate.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Does he have his blink yet? Yeah, he does. You should have blunked stun him there. I think you could have gotten him. Just back out. There's no. Oh no, get him, get him. Dude, go! Oh fuck, man. Come on.
Very good.
Just back out. It's nice having a lightning bolt in your name. I like one.
Most certainly.
I like those too. Mod doesn't mean anything in the stream. Don't get...
All
You
mine.
guys should get out of Nebraska.
My BKB's up, so I'm probably fine, but you might want to just blink Sun, Sand King. That'd be pretty good. Kill that guy now. Yeah, I'm so fucked here. Okay.
Yeah,
Once
that wasn't good.
Wasn't that bad. I feel like we're probably gonna lose though. You don't really have
Nah,
enough
bro.
shit.
Nah.
Fuck, for having a Midas, this guy doesn't have anything. But it's not entirely his fault. I mean, there are a lot of other things. What happened to your cat? It's still alive. Haven't murdered it yet. Good. Nice, he's dead if you keep hitting him. You can probably get that guy too, honestly, on the way out. He's gonna try to tree out if you want to use... Yeah, nice.
You fence.
Well, it wasn't that bad. I mean, you have to get 2 deaths eventually. I feel like I've done...
bad.
Like, this
and
isn't
I'm
like
not
the other
bad,
game where I feel like I've made a lot of
that's why we don't
mistakes.
lose.
This is a good example of a game where it's like...
Can you just fucking TP back? No.
Like, this is a good example of a game where I feel like I've done a lot of things better. Like, I shouldn't say... Like, honestly, the last game I played... God, I wish this guy shut up. But... Oh, God, that's such a dick thing to say. Man, I feel like an asshole. But no. Like, this is an example of a game where... I shouldn't say the last game I felt like I did too many things wrong, but I didn't play, like, close to being perfect. But this game I feel like I've done a ton of things right.
very well. Pain falls upon you.
Supermodel nerd streaming epic gameplay. Oh, I get it. Like, the pencil is supposed to be like phallic. It's supposed to look like a dick. That's pretty good. It gets those viewers. Are there VODs, man? So I can... She's very modest. Tara Babcock. Okay. Man, why doesn't she have like 1 million viewers? She's got her epic prow just right there. What a true gamer girl. How long has she been streaming for? Not that long. Okay. That's probably why. Supermodel with those tits? No. She could say like porn star. Like she could advertise her porn star rack, but I don't know.
It's not yet time.
That usually doesn't sound as modest. I wouldn't stun with that. Like, that ability is pretty important to not use in a redundant manner like you did. I really don't want to have to sleep this guy, so can we kill him? Okay, thanks.
What the fuck does redundant mean?
It means excessive, kind of. Like, you should wait to use the
Fucking
stun.
big words
Like, you
right
shouldn't
here.
stack it on top of, like, the 5-second disable.
If I must.
I could see myself watching that stream. Not for her value as a player, for other reasons.
Go.
He's right here.
Let's just say that stream might wind up in my bookmarks, guys.
Sleep no more.
Just come and dust, he'll be here.
Where?
The tide of
No, like just near me.
me.
I'm not positive, but he's been like in my dick. But he's probably gone by now.
So,
Well, she got like 14 viewers, or 14 like follows on her first day stream, which isn't that bad. I couldn't boast anything close to that for a pretty decent amount of time.
Evil dreams.
We should push mid.
away.
Get tier 1 towers that way.
She's probably pretty awful because she's a woman. Pretty sexist, but
okay, I will not. That's right.
you should probably use it immediately. There's a fade time when he leaves the wave, so he'll walk out of that. No, I'm being sarcastic. I'd probably never watch that stream. The stream has to have some kind of other redeeming qualities as opposed to just using your massive titties to get viewers.
I'm gonna try to stand back so when Enigma ults,
It's not like I'm the
I can
most
push him
emeritus person, but I probably wouldn't watch a stream just because someone has big old titties.
I'll own your soul.
And that is kind of what she's doing. Like, there are at least streamers who aren't so overt about using their appearance to get viewers, I guess. That's Bane's dick-sucking sound right there, guys. It's very, very rare to hear.
Say good
out. He can ult him, he's dead.
Yeah, I know. You guys gonna take this tower? We can take the next one too, because they're not gonna defend, and then we can just TP.
Your top
Kill that guy?
tower is under
Kill him,
attack.
use your abilities. You can use him when he's like that. You can use your shit on him right now. Don't let him black hole. Stun?
Top tower is under attack.
I don't attack.
Hear me.
You can get this tower before he does anything.
Yeah, I agree.
Your top tower is under attack.
Go.
Your top tower has fallen. The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Fuck, man. Why am I so slow? What's going on? Okay, there we go.
Existence without you has been torment.
Okay, so we got the tower. I'm gonna go for Necro 3. I mean, it's a nice
Yes.
item to have normally, but it's really nice when there are two enemy heroes that can potentially go invisible. I mean, it's also a really, really good item on Bane, because if you can disable anyone and you can force people, like if you can, on any hero who the Necronomicon minions get free hits on, the item becomes instantly better. Like, heroes like Clockwork are, it's really great on, like, it's okay on Lycan. I should say it's just okay, it's actually really good on Lycan. Fuck, I'm missing a couple of these in the chat.
The tide of night advances.
The honest truth, good sir, is that probably anything outside of Masters League and StarCraft 2 is not that great. It's true of almost any game where it's like if you're not in the top percentile of any game, then you're probably not that great because anything below the top percentile tends to be pretty bad. Like if you were to look at like even some Masters League players in StarCraft 2, they're pretty awful. And then same with Dota or like Han or anything. Like people below certain MMRs in Dota or in Heroes of New Earth were really, really shit.
Come on, everybody.
Why don't you guys just rush?
I'm just gonna try to bait it. He goes on me.
Is Bane popular in Dota 2 competitively? No, because he's extremely awkward to lane, and he's just doesn't feel too powerful. Like, no, he's not at all.
Go.
He's very, very, very strong though as like a mid hero, but that's only if you get like left alone. But no, he's horribly, horribly unpopular to the point where I haven't seen him picked in a single competitive
Okay,
game.
light of heaven. Bam. Light of heaven.
You guys want to kill them? Because I can just walk in and do something here.
Yeah, you can go.
Wait for my cycle.
Die, you.
This is why I didn't get mana boots though. I wanted to be stronger later into the game.
You just TP. We can rush.
Yeah, just rush.
Rush and then go top if possible.
Fuck you, Moses, too.
If I can keep going.
Hey, good.
League of Legends. Many players are very bad. Many 2K plus players are bad at the game. Yeah, League of Legends is a good example.
Night advances.
Where it's like even some of the top players really aren't phenomenal. We tanked it. Freeze it. Team pick him lane, Lena.
Roshan has fallen to the
Sounds
dark.
like not a bad. I shouldn't say it doesn't sound like a bad lane. That sounds like a pretty. I don't need it. It actually does sound like a kind of awkward lane. But he's one thing Bane has going for him is that you can use spells on people that are that are slept.
Okay, I'm dead.
That's probably a really monstrous black hole. Yeah. So we just got wiped. Just back away. That was a really bad engagement to go into. The Enigma Darkseer combo is really strong. You don't want to just
Come
walk
to
into
your
fights.
true owner.
Like, you can't walk up hills against it, or else shit like that will happen.
Most
So that was an awful fight for us. We were probably going to have to let this outer tower fall.
Yeah, we can't do anything to the outer.
Agree.
Is there anyone hanging out on Barney's stream posting it? That's weird messages.
tower has fallen.
I'm standing in a really bad spot here. Okay, dude, I hope we don't get racks. You guys
Is under attack.
mistakes. Look. Oh no, you should have said you were going in. Nope.
Back. Back, back, I can't.
Fuck, he actually killed the necro melee creep.
I don't have the health, I'm terrified. I'm dick.
He didn't die. So that forced the buyback out of Sand King, but that was a colossal mistake. People kind of underrate the power of the Enigma Darkseer combo. It's actually really, 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 really fucking good. I wish I could show you guys a replay of yesterday off stream. When I turned off the stream, or not yesterday, but the other day when I streamed and I turned off the stream, I played one game off stream and we did like Enigma, Darkseer, Sand King, Invoker, and then Lina. So we had a Sand King Lina lane top, a jungle RPG Darkseer, a solo lane Enigma, and then a solo mid Invoker. And holy shit, like every team fight was completely one-sided. Because that SK Lina lane is actually really, really good, and then the team fights are obviously ridiculous. What's the Morph have? He should have a ton of shit, and he has a good amount of stuff. I would have went for a Therablade over Butterfly, just because I like that item a lot more on Morphling. He's one of the heroes that makes the best use out of it, but to each his own. I have a lot of farm, and I really don't feel like I should. I'm not saying that like I'm not saying like, oh, it's been like a really rough game for me. Like I don't think I should have a lot of farm. I'm just saying that. Well, I guess I don't know. I feel like the farm would be more useful on the Sand King, maybe even the Windrunner.
Let me wards when we can.
Darkness, take you.
Help me! Help me! Help me!
Okay.
Fucking lose my thing. Smack, bitch.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be the one to kill the necro melee creep. I want it to be Enigma! Come on, Enigma, kill it! Oh, Enigma's gonna get the kill on it, and that's gonna kill him. Yep, see? Sorry, Black Hole.
Shun.
People underrate that. Like, you don't want to kill the necro melee creep that hits for way too much. I can't believe we're losing team fights, though. If this guy... You should have won a Therablade instead of Butterfly. You could insta-give both, like, Enigma and the Brood. Like, if you look at Brood's HP... It seems like a small deal, but it really isn't. You should also just Midas one of it. You should Midas that spider. Okay, I guess not.
I'm trying to
Windrunner
heal.
returns.
Shit on. That's pretty accurate. That fight should have gone the other way, I think. So there are plenty of different things I could get, but I should probably spend my money on like a utility item. Do we have a mech? No, we don't even have a fucking mech. I think the Windrunner should be going for a mech as opposed to like a random 2 rings. But he is sponsored by K Jewelry, so we have to just let him get what he wants. But Sheep Stick would be like a phenomenal item in a game like this. Oh cool, we got the kill. That's good. We don't have a Dota 2 key to give? I don't know, man. Someone named Let SK initiate. The problem there, your guy, is that I got caught out of position, and like I saw the 2 heroes. So the best thing I could have done there is just try to turn it around and just pop the BKB and then just ult someone. That way I don't die for nothing. I at least get something out of my death. But as Sand King, it can be hard to be the one to initiate fights unless you're really, really good at Sand King. Whereas like a follow-up can be really good because especially in like these low games, like people can tend to clump up way more than what they should. We should probably just go for like a gank or a push. Like we can catch a hero there if you guys aren't horribly out of position. Like you're horribly out of position. I really need you here, dude.
Yeah, I was trying to fall.
I caught that.
Yeah.
Catch him.
Could be worse. Oh,
Yo, dudes. I run so quick.
I can't fight this, so.
Okay, then just back out. Everyone back then if you can't fight it for some reason. Oh, okay, well you're really low, so that makes
I'm
sense.
completely owned.
Why are you so low though? Because you didn't get hit in the fight. Don't spend all your mana and shit farming if you don't have any kind of items for mana regeneration. That's why people tend to get Lincolns.
I didn't have mana to begin with. You know, I kind of stopped mid, and I stopped bottom, and then I went top to form my shrunken head, and then you fucking went to Mexico and picked someone off. So I said okay, and then I came.
Hey man, I thought it was a good fight for us.
The whole thing that I wanted to do in the first place is get the fucking towers so we can get back in the game.
The Darkseer just ult. I don't actually know. This guy really needs to, like, I think it's really good to have something that'll either increase your mana pool or your mana regeneration on Morphling, because Morphling is a phenomenal farmer, but the problem is that his waveform costs 165 mana.
Most certainly.
And occupying his ult costs a ton of mana as well. Shrunken Head, it's a Han term, it means BKB.
Tide of night.
A lot of Han players still have trouble with Han items. It's funny though, because in Han beta, like, a ton of players would call shit
Evil
by their Dota
dreams
names.
await.
I'm pretty sure I run at hasted movement speed too, because the Necronomicon, I think it's the Necronomicon Archer that gives the increased movement speed. We really should try to force an issue top, because if we win a fight, we can take 2 towers. We can 9-11 them.
Sam, put the waters that are in the courier. Get the waters in the courier, Sam.
I can ult this guy. Hit him with your nuke to snare him.
She's gonna push him.
That's a fear.
Kill him. Don't walk over the wall if you don't have to. Just wait.
Sam, pick the waters that are in the
Don't wait.
I have to go bottom.
Yeah, just defend bot.
Sam,
We can push top though. Like all we need is Morphling to defend bot.
I can solo top push.
pick the waters, Sam.
Okay, you're gonna get the tower then.
You want me to buy wards?
Yeah, I'll be able to get both towers.
Okay. Well, I can help right now.
Dreams
You ready? Go.
await. Precious. These are can never come too soon.
Careful for that ult, bro.
Feel your frailty.
The enemy's top tower is falling.
Did you really just do that? Oh man, that's a big deal. Just back away.
Yep, I'm the best.
Yeah, clearly. I was wondering, like, if you were gonna kill that when you started hitting it. Then I was like, oh god, he's gonna blow his Aegis on it, huh?
Yeah, bro.
Just run into the trees and
Gotta get
TP.
that fucking mana.
Are we gonna have 3 drums? Never mind.
Very well.
Second didn't finish this. That's good. Some picking techies and just
Onward.
doing the stuff you get from playing. I don't know, man. Achievements in Dota 2 I think would be really weird. Because then you'd see people that aren't trying to win, they're like trying to farm achievements. It's kind of the problem with having Heroes of Newerth record your stats, because it, like, no one in Han would ever want to play support, because if you play support you get like really bad stats. And the only stat that would increase is wards per game. But like if you play a carry and you buy like some sentry wards at the end of the game, then you could increase your wards per game stat anyways. You just, like, I don't know. So I think that when you add these kind of like peripheral things, you hurt the game a bit. Holy shit, turn your thing up, like turn your strength up so you have like 1700 or something, because you've been leaving it at that for a really, really long time in every single team fight.
I'm fine, don't worry.
You're not fine, you killed yourself on a necro thing. Fuck, that's not fine to me.
And that was a mistake.
They're all here. Careful.
Fight. Don't all stand on top of each other for an Enigma ult, you fucking retards. That's gonna go really bad if you do that. Yeah, they're gonna have a bad time. Oh look, you all stood on each other for an Enigma ult. How'd that work out? Sorry guys, here you go. Yeah, so you all stood on top of one another there, and there's kind of the Enigma that you don't see. For one good player, there's 30 bad ones. Yeah, I guess. I'd say more than 30.
The tide of
There are a lot of
night
small things you can
advances.
improve on in Dota 2. Yeah, with BKB you can BKB and TP out of a lot of things. The problem here is that
Go.
my BKB now has a 5-second cooldown. So I went right out of them. So, especially because there are a ton of trees in Dota and people don't really realize how easy it is to just walk into a tree and TP out. Especially when you have a BKB, so I know that they'd have to have like
Certainly.
line of sight to hit me enough. And that guy blocked his teammate with the spiders too.
Time.
That needs more game modes. They're actually going to have a number of game modes.
Sleep no
they said.
more. Agree.
Finally has some kind of survivability.
Roshan has
But
fallen to the
losing that fight, like that was a really obvious fight, and like I mean I tried pretty hard to not like blame shit on the team, but that was so obvious. Like I even said like guys don't stand on top of each other because you're just going to get Enigma ulted. Like they didn't know where the Enigma was because we didn't have line of sight on them. And then they stood on top of one another and lo and behold Enigma blinks in an ult. So it was a really bad engagement, but the worst feeling too was that you could see it happen to, like, I mean, any kind of game knowledge, you could just look at it and be like, oh, well, Enigma's about to ult us. And then Enigma ulted and then killed us all.
If I
This isn't like a good late game ward. I don't like it too much. It's a really nice early ward, especially if you're
Yeah,
afraid of
like,
people
they're
roaming
right here
because
right
of
now.
it.
pain falls upon you.
Saw orange go like that.
I'm not too worried about
So
getting
that-
ganked here because unless I get jumped on with like a stun or a
Back
torrent,
up in Mexico.
then I'll be able to just BKB and TP away. They don't have the damage to bring me down before I can do so. I have plenty of money now, but I need a buyback pretty bad. And just based on that, yeah, so this is what I'm talking about, where I just BKB and then I TP away because I don't want to die. So yeah, I mean, it was kind of obvious that they were there. It's just that
Forward.
it wasn't a huge deal. I mean, it'll force me to BKB, but it's worth the trade-off there, where I know I'm going to have to use the BKB, but there's that chance, albeit small, that they won't try to kill me. If I buy something, I really need a buyback, and I want to buy the sheep stick, which I'll probably end up having to buy in one piece. That's horrible positioning from the CM. He didn't know what was up that hill, and he did that. I can afford to be kind of more front than anyone else because I have more HP.
Yes.
1500 gold items. No, the thing is, I really need a buyback, and it's because if we lose a fight, we'll get raxed, and the next fight will probably decide the game more so than any other fights. But I'm gonna be going for a Scythe of Ice, and yeah.
It is time.
We're split right now. We can probably do something.
Do you think? I mean, I don't know.
Probably.
We really have no good vision now.
Where do you want some wards at?
Well.
There, and there are all useful wards for this point in the game. That's also useful, but we won't be up there, and so is that one. But these two are really dangerous for you to place, so just kind of look towards. This is probably the most valuable ward that we can have right now. This could be bad. I think I could have X'd line of boat. You need to be careful, dude. Do you not see the Kunkka? Mr. Happy, turn off your voice changer, bro. Okay, looks like you did not see the Kunkka. Okay, so that was again a really obvious situation where it's like, oh well,
Let's get back.
yeah, it's still fucked up. So I'll have enough for a buyback if I buy an ultimate orb here, which is usually the part of the BK or of the sheep stick that you end up buying anyways. We have to defend this, guys. We have to try to defend it. We're gonna need a really good ult from you, Mr. Happy. We're gonna have to go now. I'm going.
Your middle tower has fallen.
I wasted my BKB.
What is the desktop now?
Go. Seriously? Go. That was a good ult. Why didn't you hit that? Ah, we got team wiped by Enigma with no HP. Well, that's the buyback, but we lose the game now. Morphling images are really strong because illusions base their damage off of your base stats, like pretty much nothing else. And obviously Morphling will have a ton of stats. Those are pretty solid ult, actually. Yeah, your microphone is awful. I can't hear a single word that you're saying, my friend. Yeah, see, we lose because of that. If the fight was any different, and I would have, like, died first, which is why I was positioned so aggressively, then I could have bought back and possibly salvaged it. But that could be a game-ending fight. The Morphling itemized pretty horribly. I mean, that's one thing. I mean, obviously it's not the only thing. I can be more critical of the Morphling because I know he's a pretty damn good player. And he's made so many mistakes this game. I mean, it's not like I haven't made any mistakes on my own, but I mean, like, I feel like if just 2 people played really well this game, we would have won the game, even if 3 people were not. So, I mean, that kind of sucks. But, like, that Enigma should probably have not gotten a 5-man ult at 100 HP there. There were a lot of things that happened there, too. Like, my melee Necronomicon thing got picked off kind of at a weird spot. Team?
Yeah, when you open.
Go.
What?
Go? What'd you...
You ulted them, you got off, and when I went to attack...
I did 4 and 3 and lose. Why you no choose carry, bitch? I randomed. Also, carry is kind of hard to watch. But just... Nope. Haven't been streaming for too long today. But... like, you can't just look at a scoreboard and be like, oh, well, he's 20 and 4. He's like MVP of his team. He won all the fights. Because I also have a really low number of assists. I mean, I don't think if we lose that it was like all my fault or anything like that. Or even that I'd share in like the lion's share. Wait, just go mid, dude. Seriously, just come mid. Just come mid. You're gonna get picked off if you go along. You can look if they have a ward, you're dead for doing that. Like, this is a time where you could have placed a ward there, but if they had a ward, then the Nature Prophet can pick you off on his own at this point in the game. They also have a shroud on that other guy, so like, no, just try to rax it. We have a fort. We have a fortified. Just try to rax. Just go around the wall. Just go around the wall. Watch my path. Dude, what the fuck are you idiots doing? What are you guys doing? What are you guys fucking doing? What are you guys doing? Oh, what were you guys doing there? That was really bad. There was a point there where we could have went in there and it would have been really favorable for us. But then you guys all backed up, so it was really not useful at all. That and you backed up for no fucking reason. You're the most look. Wait, listen, dude. Listen to what I have to say, okay? No, listen. Will you listen? Listen, you fucking retard, you stupid piece of shit. Listen to what I have to say, okay? Okay? Look. See, there was a point there where that... No, shut the fuck up and listen, then I'll listen to you, okay? No, we'll do it like a... No, what are you saying? Okay.
You made a stupid fucking plan by going...
No. You see, you were dumb as fuck because you TP'd bottom to stop a push that wasn't going to get our racks. And there was a point there where we could have easily picked one off and gotten away. I assure you I could read that situation probably better. Like, here, go. Dude, why aren't you hitting that guy? There goes, let's do the math. Oh, okay, there goes my entire ultimate where you didn't hit him. Tell me more about your immense game knowledge. Okay, so see, this is really weird because we just got racks over that.
Evil dreams.
Yeah, not bad.
Your bottom barracks has fallen.
That was good. No, it's good now. See, that was kind of bad there because I had an ult on that guy, and then you backed off, and then 4.5 seconds of my ult was wasted. I wouldn't be so annoyed if he wasn't trying to assert himself like, oh, no, I was right, trust me.
Your top tower is under attack. Your middle
Should've
tower
casted
is under
Nightmare.
attack.
Yeah, I could have stopped someone there, but it would not have won the fight. I wouldn't be so mad if someone played like shit and then it's like I wouldn't be mad if someone played like shit and then they didn't say anything, which is usually the case in these viewer games. But it annoys the fuck out of me when someone's like, no, you made an awful call. Like, okay, they Darkseer ulted, alright? But it was a shitty Darkseer ult and we could have walked right around it.
Your top tower is under attack.
Like, it was a really bad Darkseer ult. Everyone could have gone around that. We could have instantly given someone. Like, I could have just slept someone and we could have picked off the other one. So, I don't know. Like, I try pretty hard to not. Well, I shouldn't say I try pretty hard to not rage. I really don't make much of an effort to not rage. But, like, that game, I think that I have a legitimate reason to be angry. One thing that annoys me more, too, is just that that guy was like, no, 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 you made a horrible call. They dropped a Darkseer ult. But that's not the way that you should look at the situation. Like, you shouldn't be like, oh, well, Darkseer dropped an ultimate. It's time to back up. Like, okay, there are instances where if someone wastes a big ult like that, where you can afford to just back away. But like he didn't vacuum anyone into it. It was an ultimate that we all could have just sidestepped. And more so than anything, like it was the easiest pick on the Enigma. Like the Enigma was right there, and so was the Darkseer. So it was like a free Enigma or a Darkseer. Like I could have just slept one and the other was a free kill. And then I walk up the hill, but because someone was questioning the decision that I made, like that's what I hate more than anything is when people like question your calls. Like because someone questioned the decision, I immediately looked back, and as I walk up the hill and around the wall, my whole team backs up, and I just get this sinking feeling like, oh great. So there was that big game throw after Roshan, and now my whole team is gonna kind of throw the only chance we have at winning the game, Iraq's down against Prophet when their broodmother is dead, because their Kunkka was bottom, and we could like their Kunkka was bottom, their broodmother was dead, and we could have picked another guy. So it was like I guarantee you we could have gotten that Rax. Guarantee you. But instead it was like everyone kind of backs off, and then someone TP's back to stop the Kunkka who's already taken the base tower and is backing away, and it was really, really kind of shitty there at the end. Okay. But yeah, I mean, that fight was pretty frustrating. Let's see, I remember listing. Okay, so Yurkai and then Bukaki Windmill. I don't really expect to win too many games when we play with viewers, but I mean, I can find ways to enjoy them at least. That game was really frustrating. It wasn't too frustrating too until the end. Like, I wouldn't say that I'm still raging. I mean, it's important that you kind of can look back at the game and be like, okay, well, what went wrong? And it's not hard to just call that at the end there. I guarantee you that if we would have played that right, we could have taken a Rax and gotten away, and we would have lost the base tower on the bottom barracks, but we would have evened out the barracks. No shit. Oh, Barney a faggot. Barney knows he's a faggot, thank you. Barney is a streamer, that's definitely true. Sucked my dick yesterday, but won't give me lighting. Full tilt Dota. That's so true, Raven. My gifts. I feel like a dick. Less invested in the win when you random. I wouldn't put it that way. Like I was pretty invested into that because it was like, holy shit, Bukaki Windmill took that bullet. But honestly, like, I really, really, and that's the kind of game that can tilt me a bit harder too. Is that like, for example, in this game, I didn't feel that bad when we lost because I didn't feel like I could call it immediately that it was unlikely that we were going to win. There were just a lot of signs that made me think that we were really, really behind. So, I mean, it's like, okay, we're playing from massively behind, and I'll just try to enjoy the game, and we probably won't win, but I'll still have fun, right? And then it's like this game, it's like you're ahead for the entire game, and you're kind of rolling the shit out of the enemies. You win mid by a large margin, and then you look at the game, and then like you look at, and even up until the last group fight, like I guarantee we were still in it. Like we were behind, but we were still in it. I mean, I think that if two people on that team would have been like really competent, then and that's a dick way to put it, like because that implies that everyone else was incompetent, but it wasn't even two competent players that game. But like if even two people would have played it like flawlessly, I think, and that's not to say that I played flawlessly. I think I made pretty few mistakes, and I'm trying hard to like completely pass blame, but like honestly, like that was such a winnable game, and that's the kind of thing that can annoy me. Like I really, really felt like right up until the end that was a game that we could have won. Play Captain Hates Blacks, KKK Kunkka. I like the play on the van. Doesn't get dudes very wet. His ult is the funnest thing ever. Is the funniest thing ever, or no, funnest? Okay. God, these commends are so incorrect. The last thing that I am is friendly and forgiving. Not that I hold grudges or anything when I play these games. I blame Triple Battle Fury Kunkka. You see, the thing about their team though is that like the thing about their team. Thanks, Chuck. Yeah, well, don't worry, there'll be Cocky Windmill because all the commendations are from like dick sucking viewers. But the thing about that game, oh my god, it feels bad to lose that too because like Poor Man's Shield and Vanguard on this guy and like triple Battle Fury Kunkka. But the thing about Kunkka's build is that the Battle Fury cleave stacks. So I mean, if you get the Wombo combo off with Enigma and Darkseer, you'll win the group fight by a huge margin. But I thought like the Broodmother would be so much more farm. But like the only one on their team that had a reasonable farm was Kunkka, and the way he itemized was honestly pretty shitty. And that's kind of an understatement. Like triple Battle Fury and like double mech, Poor Man's Shield and Vanguard. Ah, that game could have been a lot better though. I said I'd suck you and Cheney's dick, bro. I told you I'd suck that. Thank you. 2 hours for session Shadowblade, fuck. Well, when he crits, at least he auto-wipes the team. That was one of the things I liked about Heroes of Newerth. I mean, I've said it a million times, but the way that the number generation works in Dota 2, where it's pseudo-random number generation, it makes Kunkka a lot worse. It was really cool in Han, because it was like 25% of the time you walk up and you instantly win the team fight. And then it's like the other 75% of the time you can just disengage. So you could do these like classic moves where it's like you X yourself and then you Shadow Blade and you run in and you hit someone. And it's like if it crits, you're going to win the fight because you're going to take all of the enemy heroes to 25% HP. If it doesn't crit, it doesn't matter because you're about to be teleported back into your base. Play next game? Sure, we'll replace the whole team next game. I can use the restroom, guys. I'll run the first commercial that I've ran in the last 4 times that I've streamed. I always, like, it's not that I'm forgetting to run commercials, it's just that if I feel like I have something that I'd like to say, I guess, then I don't run the commercials, and that seems to be the case after every single game. How am I ever going to get that money, though? How am I ever going to get that hooker and those mounds of cocaine if I don't commercial the shit out of you guys? Alright, though, I'll be right back. I'm saying this because I want to use the restroom. And by the way, I don't really care if you guys ad block. Like, I watch a lot of streams, and I've ad blocked forever. I would recommend using Easy List, I think. Like, ad block plus and then getting Easy List as a subscription. It gets the majority of ads. Oh, shit, this guy left. Like Cocky Windmill, because he's been, he gave up his spot for Kazaki like a true baller. Western Pea Bucket Danglers. Yeah, I gotta fill the piss bottle. I'll be right back, though, guys. Alright, I'm back. Please, people, stop saying the N-word from Project Mario. That's a good point, guys. Don't say nigger. We try to keep the stream G-rated. Barty must hate Darius. I think you got his name wrong. You can't seem to handle ads. Well, I would highly recommend AdBlock. If your computer can't handle ads, then there's no reason for you to not run AdBlock. Even if you want to like support streamers or whatever. Fuck. He's sad because I beat him like a child. Which game was I against you, man? Eventually I'm going to pass out since I haven't slept in 24 hours. You're a huge pussy, my friend. Real men can stay up for much longer than that. Hey Barney, what do you do for work education? I used to work at I recognize your name somewhere, Casimir. I swear I recognize your name. But I used to work at a Fred Meyer, and then I realized that I'd saved up enough money to afford the rest of at least the next 2 years of college. I go to community college, though, like a true baller. Of course, I have to take some classes at the 4 year school because I'm a huge fucking nerd, so I did all of the math that the community college offered when I was in high school. And you know that makes you a big hit when you're doing college math in